Hello my wonderful people, you all are welcome to our channel, the Ugonna family. If it's your first time of visiting the channel, thank you so much for your love and support. Thank you for coming to the channel. To our new and old subscribers, we love you so much. Thank you for joining this lovely family channel. In today's video, I'll be showing us on how to prepare non-fried tomato stew without tin tomato. How to make your stew without tin tomato, non-fried Nigeria stew without tin tomato. So guys, I will advise you to watch this video to the end so you get my recipe, my easy stew recipe, my easy way of making my stew without my tomato being burnt under without tin tomato. So just a little, just your pepper, your onions and your bell pepper, you are good to go. So because my husband actually don't really like tin tomato in stew, so we make use of only fresh tomato and bell pepper, onions, ginger, garlic and the rest. So what I'll be doing now, I will be washing these veggies thoroughly well with salt and water for a good cleaning. And I made my last video on how to wash. I made a video on how to wash your vegetable, your fruit with salt and water before eating. So if you are yet to watch that video, please go and watch it. You will see the reasons why you should wash your vegetable with salt and water before eating it. So this video I'll be washing my tomato, my bell pepper, onions, ginger and garlic thoroughly well before with salt and water before blending. I will wash it over and over again before I blend. I will also be adding another new water and also go ahead and add more salt inside the water, because the salt will help to kill some chemical and germs used in preserving these veggies. In the store, you don't know how long it will stay. They don't want their vegetable to spoil in the store, so they normally use some chemical to preserve all these things in the store. So that is the reason why you should use your salt and water always to wash your vegetable before cooking or before eating. So the next thing I'll be doing, I will go ahead to slice my tomato into smaller pieces so my blender can blend it. I will go ahead to slice it into smaller pieces. The tomato, the pepper, the ginger, the onions, I will slice everything into smaller pieces before blending. This will help my blender to blend very well and not to seize when blending. This smaller particle, the kind of blender you are having. So we will finish blending our pepper, ginger, garlic and tomato, bell pepper, everything blended together, so sliced together. So now the next thing we'll be doing is to blend it. So while we are blending it, I'll be putting my pot on the fire, then add my groundnut oil. This groundnut oil is what I will use in preparing this stew. I'm not going to add any other oil into this pot. This little oil you are seeing is what we need for our stew preparation. So I will just add the groundnut oil in the pot while I keep blending. Then now I will add my onions into the hot oil, hot groundnut oil. You can make use of any oil of your choice, your groundnut oil, your chicken oil, your red oil, whatever oil you want to use to prepare your stews, you are good to go. So I'll add my onions now. So I will be stirring these onions because I want it to give me kind of flavor, because when the onion got kind of a little burnt or brown, it will give you a sense of flavor you will like in your stew. So I want it to get burnt a little. The next thing, I'll be adding my blended tomato direct into the hot oil. I don't pour all because I don't want to use much water to blend from the second round, because the first round I used enough water to blend. This time around I always pour and remain some under, so that I'll add the tomato, no more adding of water while blending. Remember, we didn't cook our tomato, we didn't sieve the water out, because we want all the nutrients to still contained in our tomato stew. So no need of pressing out the water or filtering out the water. All we need is just to add it inside this pot. So the groundnut oil will not make it to burn under. You just allow it now to boil while you do other things. I normally do this every Saturday because I will just put it on the fire while I do my other cures, while it didn't take time to get dry gradually. So I would advise, if you want your stew to prepare very well. Here guys, this is our tomato. This is what we finally got after everything. So I'll still go ahead to add more onions to this. Remember, it's non-fried tomato stew, non-fried tomato stew. So I'm like making use of this mixed spices, Jima mixed spices. These spices contain every spices you need in stew. Now I advise you try it. It gives your stew a special taste, a nice taste, a yummy taste, a delicious taste. I'll also go ahead to add my curry and thyme to this stew. All the ingredients you need to prepare your stew, you add it now. I don't need to start frying any longer. So you stir everything together. The next thing I'll be doing is to add my cooked chicken or beef, whatever thing you want to use to prepare your stew. So is it chicken, is it your meat, already boiled meat? I'll go ahead to add it now. I'm using chicken to prepare this. Remember, there's still oil in the chicken, so you don't need extra oil. So I'll go ahead to add the chicken inside my stew. Here you stir everything together for a good mixture. You stir everything together. Remember, you use spices to prepare this the chicken. While boiling the chicken, you use some spices, so especially salt and Maggi. At this point, we are not going to add our salt and Maggi right away, because we need to be sure that the one in the meat will not be more than, because when you add your salt and Maggi now, it might be excess. So you allow it to boil a little bit. You can see no burnt under. We don't have any burnt under our stew. The damn pot is still as clean as. So I'll be adding a little water. Now I've tested it, so I needed small salt, so I'll be adding my salt. If you have crayfish, if you want to include your crayfish at this point, you can also add it. I'll be adding some Maggi powder also to stir it together, then allow it to boil. There we go. This look yummy, so thick, so I still need to add a little bit of water. If you still have your meat water, you can add. If you don't have, you can just add your normal water. Now I test if you still need some salt or Maggi, or if the spices are okay. Here we go, guys. Our stew is almost ready. Our stew is ready. Here we go. Mommy's Bella pots. Wow, yummy and delicious, so thick, just as if you put your tin tomato. You can see the down of the pot. There is nothing like burnt because of the groundnut oil. That is the secret of boiling your tomato. Yes, give us your thumbs up, like, share and comment if you've watched to this extent. Let's know what you think. Thank you. See you in our next video.